Hey there and welcome back to Live on Your Terms. I'm Christina and today I'm going to do my weekly plan with me in my quarterly bullet journal planner. So for my weekly plan with me, I'm doing this for the second week of May, and when I do my weekly plan with me, it always starts by reviewing the previous week. So the first thing that I want to do then is to see how my goals and everything went during the week of the 1st through the 7th. So to do that, I went ahead and I brought out the pages that I needed. So this is my weekly review from the week of May 1st through the 7th, and that's where I just took a look at how the week went and made some notes and figured out what tasks and things like that weren't completed for the week, because then that'll help me to do my this week at a glance, which will be for the 8th through the 14th, for me to set my goals, my major tasks, and all of that for this upcoming week. So the first thing that I like to do is go ahead and set my top 3 goals, and my weekly goals are always tied to what I want to accomplish for the month overall, or what my major goals are for the month. So if you haven't seen it, I will link up here and down below my plan with me for May 2022. That's where I went ahead and set my top 3 goals for the month of May as a whole. So if I take a look at my weekly review, I had 3 goals for last week. So number 1 was to finish my budget planners, which I am working on launching a new set of budget planners for one of my business streams. Number 2, I wanted to send out an interest survey for a launch that I'm doing for the same business stream. And then number 3, I wanted to set up a landing page to go ahead and start taking on productivity coaching clients again. With all of that being said, with those goals, I did finish the planning and everything like that for the budget planners. However, I now have some new thoughts. I'm kind of changing my strategy on when to release them or when to release the new design of them, simply because my idea for my launch has also changed a bit based on this interest survey that I sent out. And that's something that's really important, I think, in online business as well as just goal setting, is to kind of see how things change, and that's going to kind of change your other goals too, because you thought you were going in one direction, but now it makes more sense to go in another direction based on the feedback that you're receiving from your customers. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments with these goals. So this one is done, and I'm just going to put a note that it provided some additional insights for changing the direction. And then with this one, setting up the landing page, I did find a platform that I want to use for that landing page, but I also saw that it would make sense to just kind of do a small website over there, and it's a very cost-effective solution. So I think I'm gonna do that, and also go ahead and put my templates and toolkits over there as well in like a little shop, as opposed to just having those things on an Etsy shop. I think that would make a ton more sense. So that's what I'm going to do this week. Alright, so now coming back to this week, I want to set my top 3 goals based on what I've reviewed and all of that. So my first goal is going to be to launch my budget planners, but I still have to determine if I want to do the new style or keep the standard. Then my second goal is going to be to go ahead and do this, and add the template and toolkits to this little website for the productivity coaching, instead of it just being a landing page. And then the third goal for this week is going to be to update my masterclass, the free online training that I provide in my business stream, Your Money on Your Terms. I want to go ahead and get that updated. So then I want to take a look at any major tasks and appointments that I want to focus on for this week. So I do have on here some major tasks that were not completed. So I did want to start making some Pinterest pins for Your Money on Your Terms, start leading some traffic towards the website and towards my courses and towards YouTube as well, but I did not start doing that. I do want to put that as a major task for this week. All right, so then another one that I have on here is print on demand product, and these are products that are sellable on Amazon with KDP. It's like low content book publishing. So in addition to those tasks that were not completed, I have priorities listed here as a part of my review for this upcoming week. So website for GBA, that's one of my goals. So I don't have to put that as a task since I made sure to have that become a goal for this week. Where is that? Here as number 2. I need to update my May content plan and strategy. Now, this past week, during the week of the 1st through the 7th, I actually started a consulting project. That is something that I also do from my years of experience in the corporate world. I did project management and strategy and analytics and stuff like that. So I knew that that would be coming because we started talking about it in mid-April, and then I started working with them last week, and meetings were all over the place. So that affected my content for last week. So I need to make some updates to that and the strategy to get it back on track and see how I can, fit in the videos that I missed because of engaging on this new project. Then I have Pinterest and updating the Budget Your Way masterclass on here. So those are already taken care of. Budget Your Way is a goal for this week to update. And then my prioritization workshop, I do want to put that on here. And then the last major task that I want to do here is I do want to start writing on Medium, medium.com. It's a wonderful platform. It's kind of like the YouTube for bloggers or for writers. So I want to start writing on there, not only to get, my thoughts out there, but it's also, I think, going to be a great way to drive traffic towards my business streams. And also, you can earn money on the platform too, so it'll be an additional revenue source for my business streams too. Alright, so then for any appointments or events for this week, I do need to put on here that on the 8th is supposed to be my launch for my budget planners, and I'm still going to keep this one on here. On the 8th as well, my waitlist is supposed to open for the launch that I'm doing for Your Money on Your Terms, but I have changed the strategy there, and I'm just going to do all of my pre-launch content towards my entire list and see what comes of it. I think that that makes more sense for this particular launch, and then for future ones I can streamline the list. But I'm still going to put that on there, and then I'll probably just add a note later. And then I do also want to add on here that I am going to be traveling for this project. It's a consulting project that I took on from the 11th until the 13th. So we'll have a kickoff meeting and stuff like that there in Alabama. So I'll be gone for those days to do that. And it's a tricky time because this week my son also has his final standardized testing for 3rd grade. So it's a very busy and crazy week. So I'm leaving right after he's done with his last test. And I scheduled it that way so that I can be here for him. But I'm just going to put that as a note. This isn't really where I put like the personal stuff, but it's really important for me to just have line of sight into that. So I just want to have it on there because it's super important. To put some habits down here to work on. If I look at how my habits went for last week, I had up by 4. I'm finally getting that completely back on track. I was getting into this, place of like getting up at like 4:35, with some mental health challenges. So getting back on track, and I get up that early because it gives me the opportunity to do a couple of hours of work before my son wakes up in the morning, and the morning time is honestly when I'm most productive. So that is why I do that. So I'm going to just go ahead and make sure that I mark these off each of the days this week. Sundays are the only days that I really don't mind not getting up. That's my sleep-in day, so I usually sleep in until like 5 or 5:30. So if I don't hit it on Sundays, that's fine, but every other day of the week I do like to be up by 4 a.m. And then the other one was Pinterest, and getting into the habit of pinning every day for your money on your terms just until I get that good and driving traffic to the website. So I definitely want to put that on there as a habit again to track. The last thing that I like to do is just color code. It makes it nice and easy for me to see what goals, tasks, appointments, and etc. go with what business streams. Has been highlighted and color coded based on the business stream, so now I've got that clarity and I'm ready to start my new week. So I hope that you enjoyed watching me set my goals and figure out my week. From here, I then do my weekly plan with me, like the entire weekly spread, and then I plan for my days using calendar blocking and managing a to-do list. So definitely let me know how your week went last week for the first week of May. If you're on top of things and feeling good, I'd love to hear about that, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye!